What's up, everybody? Old School NYC Gamer here, and I wanted to end off 2010 right. I know this is a couple of months late, but I wanted to pay homage to one of the biggest and most well-known gaming companies in the world, and within the last 25 years, they have affected quite a few people. And this is in celebration of Nintendo, Mario, and all that good stuff. So I'm going to get a little bit into the console, the system itself, and I also have a surprise at the end of this video, so I hope you guys enjoy it. And I want to thank every one of my subscribers, and hope you guys have a great 2011. Let's get into the console, everybody, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Welcome back, everybody. As you see here, this is my Nintendo Entertainment System action set. But also what you're looking at here, besides the original Nintendo, we also have the NES 101, which is also known as the top loader. We'll get into both consoles in just a bit. I just want to give a quick run through of the system, the history, and all that good stuff. For its complete North American release back in 1986, the NES was released in two different bundles, the control deck and the deluxe set. Now what you're seeing here, guys, is the action set, which kind of came out a little bit later. But for each bundle, they had different prices. Just the basic control deck went for about $130. It was just included the console, 2 game controllers, and Super Mario Bros. Game pack. The deluxe set, which had Rob the Robot, Gyromite, and all the stuff that came with it, the light gun, you name it, that retailed for a good $250, and that was the original NES that I got back in early '86. Now, of course, I don't have that anymore, but I wish I still had it to this day, because it's going for quite a bit on eBay these days. And the game packs that came with that was, it actually came with Duck Hunt and Gyromite. So you got 2 games when you got the deluxe bundle. For the remainder of the Nintendo's commercial lifespan in North America, Nintendo frequently repackaged the console in new configurations to capitalize on newer accessories or popular game titles at the time. The NES action set, which you're looking at here, everybody, sold originally for about $150, but in '91 they dropped it down to about $100 and replaced the deluxe set and included the console, the zapper, and 2 game controllers, plus a multi-cart version of Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt, which you see right over here. The action set became the most successful out of all the packages that were released by Nintendo. About a month later, back in December of '88, to coincide with the release of the Power Pad floor mat controller, Nintendo released a new Power Set bundle consisting of the console, the Power Pad, the zapper, 2 controllers, and another multi-cart containing Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt and World Class Track Meet. And in 1990, a sports set bundle was released, including all the same stuff, with the NES Satellite Infrared Wireless Multi-Tap Adapter, which you have 4 controllers on that. Now, there's been debates going on about this for quite a few years now, about how the video game crash back in '83 was worldwide, while that could be pretty much debunked at the moment. Because when the crash happened in '83, it really only affected North America, everybody. It did not really affect gamers out in Europe due to a lot of the computers they were using, like the Spectrum and the Commodore 64 and the Amstrad, so on and so forth. Worldwide, gaming was still going on strong. Only in America we suffered due to greediness and a lot of crappy third-party support via Atari. Mainly Atari. And as much as I love Atari, it was pretty much the downfall of the crash in America. But when Nintendo released this back in late '85, they wanted to gain the consumer interest after the crash. They didn't label it like a video game system or anything like that. They kind of wanted to be coy about how they were selling it. Now, a little side note, how Nintendo even got into the stores when they did the test marketing back in New York in October of '85 was that they were also selling Teddy Ruxpin, and Worlds of Wonder made a deal with Nintendo to carry the system with Teddy Ruxpin in a lot of the stores in North America. And over 25 years later, we see how that went well. Teddy Ruxpin's only just folklore name, as Nintendo is still thriving to this day. Down the line, they did want to get a lot more third-party support, which they did, working with Konami, Capcom, Namco, Bandai, and Hudson Soft as being some of the major third-party developers for the console. But when it came to quality control, they wanted to do it right and not do the same mistakes Atari did back in '83. They did something, they didn't want to do like a seal quality thing, like a quality control seal on a lot of the games. And as you see right here, everybody, let me just get a zoom in on that. You got the Nintendo seal of quality right there. That was pretty much on every game. So you knew you weren't going to get a crappy game, you know, because they didn't want to have the same mistakes as Atari did back in the day. Nintendo's near monopoly on the home video game market left it with a degree of influence over the video game industry exceeding even that of Atari during Atari's heyday in the early 1980s. But unlike Atari, which never actively courted third-party developers and even went to court in an attempt to force Activision to stop putting out games for the Atari 2600, Nintendo had anticipated and encouraged the involvement of third-party software developers, but strictly on Nintendo's terms. To this end, the 10NES chip was installed in this console, everybody. Now, I could be wrong about this. I'm not sure, but I don't think it's in the top loader, only in this version of the NES. Now, in the original NES, if you the console's chip would not detect any other games that were counterfeit. So if you try to put a counterfeit game in, it wouldn't work. Now, Tengen found a way to at least find a way to get around that, and I'll get into that in a minute. Okay, everybody, so what you're looking at right now is the 10NES chip. Now, the reason why I'm showing that is you guys probably know what I'm talking about when you would put a game in, pop it in, and you get the blinking red light on and off thing, even though you would see the game for a second and then turn off. You get a gray screen, then go back into the game for another second now because it's not reading the game properly. There's a way to get around this. If you see this right here, right, this fourth pin, you break this off, you can basically play any unlicensed NES game or whatever. It should work fine. I've tested this on my own NES, and it works fine. Now, when it came to the third-party licensing, you know, the Nintendo really tried to do a whole seal of seal of quality kind of a thing, just like you would see on like certain foods and whatnot. Now, Atari got around this by putting out 10-gen games, and they somehow got the plans for the 10NES chip and somehow copied it, even though they didn't have the permission, because Nintendo would only give certain third-party licensing developers 3 games a year, and Atari wasn't having that, because they were pretty much the king of third-party developing, hence why, in my opinion, and if not maybe a lot of others' opinions, that's why the video game crash happened in the first place, when they put out so many crappy games back in 82 and 83, hence how the crash happened. Now, if I'm not mistaken, once you do, do the cut here, pretty much all your NES games should work fine. Because Nintendo controlled the production of all cartridges, it was able to enforce strict rules on its third-party developers, which were required to sign a contract by Nintendo that would obligate these parties to develop exclusively for the system, order at least 10,000 cartridges, and only make 5 games per year per developer. Several companies refusing to pay the licensing fee or even have been rejected by Nintendo found ways to get around the 10NES chip. Most of these companies created circuits that use a voltage spike to temporarily disable the 10NES chip in the Nintendo. A few unlicensed games released in Europe and Australia came in the form of a dongle that would be connected to a licensed game in order to use the 10NES chip to pass through. Atari Games created a line of NES products under the name Tengen and took a different approach. The company attempted to reverse engineer the lockout chip, aka the 10NES chip, and develop its own rabbit chip. However, Tengen also obtained a description of the lockout chip from the patent. They went to the patent office and actually got the patent for the 10NES chip, which I don't know why, they think they would get away with it. So Nintendo sued Tengen for the copyright infringement, and Tengen lost as it could not prove that illegally obtained the patent documents and had not been used by the reverse rabbit chip. Tengen's antitrust claims against Nintendo were never finally decided. Following the introduction of the Sega Genesis in America and the Sega Mega Drive in Europe, is basically the same thing, everybody just named a different thing, Nintendo began to face real competition in the industry, and in the early 1990s was forced to reevaluate its stance toward its developers, many of whom had begun to defect to other systems. When the console was reissued as the NES2, or right here, the top loader, as you see right here, everybody, the 10NES chip was omitted as a cost-saving measure. Games marketed for the NES after that point still included a 10NES chip in order to work with a large installed base of the original NES consoles. Okay, everybody, now that we have gotten that out of the way, let's get into the consoles itself. We're going to do a quick overview here of the system, of both systems actually. Now what you're looking at here, everybody, is a Nintendo Entertainment System, the original console that came out back in '85. Now the top view here, we have your air vents to let the system so it doesn't overheat. And over here, this is where you put your game in. And I have NFL football right there. And of course, when you put it in, you slide it in. And then you have your power on-off switch, your reset button, your two controller ports. And when we turn over to the right side of the console, we have the audio and video out. And when you turn to the back here, you have your AC adapter, your channel 3/4 switch, and your RF switch. Now, this is something I noticed that I know a few Nintendo heads might know this. Now, when you open this up right here, this is a special port for an add-on, and I wasn't sure what they were going to do with this, and of course, it never came to fruition, so I don't know. And as you see here, everybody, you see this is the model number NES-001. And of course, a few years later, we have the NES model 101, as you can see right there, NES model 101. And a very simple bare bones system, everybody. Of course, you just got to flip the power on off. Got your reset button right over there, and your two controller ports. Nothing on the sides here, everybody, as you see. And got your channel 3/4 switch, your RF out, and your AC adapter. And of course, you just got to put the game in, fire it on, and that would be it. Now you could see just the size itself, everybody. It was pretty much half the size of the original Nintendo, and a lot smaller. And from what I noticed, and when we were kids, I mean, hell, when the game didn't work, we usually blew on it, put it in, and it would usually work. But after time, it would not work anymore. Now, if we knew how to clean these back then, we would be saving a lot of money, and then some, everybody. Now, of course, when you put it in the top loader, usually you put it on, it'd work every time, and I never had a problem with it. Since I recently got it, it works fine. Now, I just wanted to get to the controllers real quick, everybody. Now, you see here, this is for the original NES. Very responsive controller with the D-pad. You got your select and start and your B and A button. I mean, very simple controller, and it's a very classic controller. A lot of people favor it. And of course, here you have the zapper. Now, this is the orange version. I actually want to get the gray version only for a collector's reason. The reason why they did this was more for a safety issue, not because after quite a few kids got shot up back in the late 80s using these and trying to pose them off as real guns, you know, so on and so forth. They had to do this as more of a safety concern. And now, everybody, I have here the NES dog bone controller. Now, you can see the total difference here as I can get this out here, everybody. Right there. And it's still, the B and A button, start select with the D-pad. Now, this is more, I guess, to conform more to the hand as you were playing it. Now, I'm surprised they wouldn't try to do something and put like two little side buttons here, like flipper buttons for certain games. But it's a very good controller, very responsive, and quite enjoy it. Sorry that I can't get this thing to stay where it is, but anyway, we're going to get through to some of the launch titles really quick that were released back in October of '85. I don't have the complete collection, but I'm going to show as much as I can here, everybody. And we're going to start off with Balloon Fight, which is kind of like a Joust clone, but a very fun game. And as you see there, everybody, if I could focus in on that, that is also known as the Action Series. They had different series of these games when they came out. So we're just going to go through many of them as we can, and I'm going to point out certain of the series for you. Next up, we have baseball, and that is in the sports series right there. And this is Clue Clue Land, which is a part of the Action Series. And Duck Hunt, and you can see right there, everybody, this is the Light Gun series game. And this is Excite Bike, which is the programmable series. Now, the reason why I say programmable, in Excite Bike, you can actually create your own track in this game, which is really cool. If you don't have this game, definitely check it out. It's a very good game for Nintendo. Next up, we have Golf, which is the sports series. Hogan's Alley, which is also a part of the Light Gun series. Ice Climber. The classic Kung Fu. Mach Rider. Super Mario Brothers. And Wrecking Crew. Now, the games that I don't have off the top of my head, everybody, which I do, it's all boxed up and put away, is I do have pinball, but I don't have tennis or Donkey Kong Jr. Math. Other than that, I'm pretty much close to getting the entire collection. Now, you think I did miss one game? I didn't, because I want to put that in for a special part of the video, if I could find it here. Okay. Now, this is Gyromite. Now, there were two different versions of the game, or not necessarily the game, the cartridge itself. Now, you see here, if I could focus in on that for you guys, that is the Robot series. Now, there were only two games made for this, which was Gyromite and Stack'em. Now, if you look in the back here, everybody, there's 5 screws. If you see right there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I don't know why they did the difference with the whole 3 and 5 screw thing, because when I see 3 screws, they put security screws on them. And, of course, now, these days, you can get game bits to open them up. Now, if you could actually open one of these up, and actually if it feels a little heavy, the reason why is because of this. Now, even though it's branded as Nintendo, the top game here, guys, is originally a Famicom game. Now, this is the 60-pin. It's a 60-pin game. Of course, it had to transfer over to the 72-pin board. Now, this here is also the, what a lot of people are using these days is a Famicom converter. Now, what I did was I took another game, or another Gyromite game, for myself, and it looks pretty bad. It's a makeshift Famicom converter, as you see right there. Now, once I get some Famicom games, I can plug that in, put it in my top loader, and it'll fire up. So, the difference is basically it's just the board. The board, this is Gyromite, and this is the Famicom converter, and this is the NES board. And there you go, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed a quick overview. I wouldn't say a quick overview, but of my overview of the system. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and here is the little surprise I promised you guys. I hope you all enjoy it. So what's up, everybody? Old School NYCGamer here, and this is a little surprise I promised you guys. So over here you can see we're celebrating the 25th anniversary of Super Mario Brothers, and it's going to pan it out real quick. We're going to do a little tour of the Nintendo store. Hopefully it won't be too douchebag about it, but hopefully we could get in there. Alright guys, so we're going to check out some of the history here of Super Mario Brothers. We're outside in front of the Nintendo World Store. As you know, right there, 85 Super Mario Brothers came out, and then of course in 88 you had Super Mario Brothers 2. Of course in 1990 you had Super Mario Brothers 3. 91 you had Super Mario World. In 96 you had Super Mario 64. And in 2002 you had Super Mario Sunshine, and then of course you got the new Super Mario Brothers released in 2006. And in 2007 you had Super Mario Galaxy. 2009, a new Super Mario Brothers for the Wii, and of course now you got Super Mario Galaxy 2. If you check here, guys, you see that's the new limited edition Super Mario for the Wii. Because now we're going to be going back in time. That's the 25th anniversary Super Mario Brothers DSi. Of course, you guys know this is the GameCube. And of course over here you got the Nintendo 64. So let's go inside. Hopefully it'll let us get a little bit of footage, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. So what you're looking at right now is part of the Nintendo exhibit here at Nintendo World. Some of the stuff they have here, guys. Just give a little look-see what they got here. Right over here you see the Game & Watch Panorama series. And then over here you got the Wide series from 1980. Then over here, guys, that's the Super Mario Brothers Game & Watch multi-screen right over there. And you see here, even back in the early days of Nintendo, there's mostly card games, so it wasn't just all video games, guys, for a lot of you that don't know that. And of course over here, that started it all, right here. See, that is the Nintendo Family Computer System, also known as the Famicom, in all its glory. And of course we have the legendary NES console right over here. And Mr. Rob the Robot, which also came in the deluxe set if you bought the Nintendo back in
early 86. And then over here you have Jeremiah and Duck Hunt. And over here is part of the Game Boy series over here, guys. So for the Game Boy in 89. Then in 96 with the Game Boy Pocket. Game Boy Light. Then over here you have the first color Game Boy, or Game Boy Color. Then the GBA Advance, and then of course the Game Boy Advance SP, and the infamous Game Boy that was damaged in the Gulf War. And supposedly it still works, but of course you don't see it all powered on. You can check some of that out right there, see how damaged it really looks. There's an article here about the Game Boy Advance right here. Then, of course, stepping a little more into the future, you got one of the main guys in Nintendo, Shigeru Miyamoto. And some stuff you autograph right there, like Zelda. You got some more Nintendo DS limited editions like Final Fantasy and Pokemon, Super Wario right there. Some more DSIs over here, or DSs, sorry. Then we're into Club Nintendo. You see right there. Some of the fun stuff that comes with it. Got some Animal Crossing playing cards over here. The original pin badge right down there, if you can see that, guys. Okay, so we're going more into the exhibit here, everybody. So you can see here, it's one of the limited edition Nintendo paintings signed by Miyamoto himself, right over there. And he even did a painting himself, celebrating the 25th anniversary back on November 7th. Donated this to Nintendo, to the Nintendo World Store for exhibit. And then even the original Mario family figurines over here. And as we go up, guys, you can see a Mario dime made out of Legos. And over there you see the Mario Brothers Game & Watch and the Mini Classic Cement Factory. Now, I went to a 7-Eleven about a couple months ago. They had a bunch of these Nintendo games, and I passed up on them, and I should not have done that. And over here, guys, for the N64, you got Mario Tennis, Paper Mario, and Super Smash Brothers. You got some little mini Sprite keychains right there. You see all over there. Of course, the nice little ode to Mario from Super Mario Brothers in 2 and 3. Got a boxed challenge set from Nintendo, NES. Got another Mario made out of Legos right over here. And then continuing on over to the Game Boy Advance, some more Mario homage. Got Super Mario Brothers and Super Mario Kart Super Circuit. We got the Game Boy Micro Special 20th Anniversary Edition of Mario. Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. And even Mario Paint, guys. I remember this a while back. And check this out. It even comes with the mouse and the board, including the game. And then you have some more games over here with Super Mario Kart, Yoshi's Island, and Mario RPG. And I don't know what that says in Japanese, guys, so don't ask me. And over here with the Super Nintendo, got the Super Mario World cartridge included. Moving over to the Nintendo DS XL, special limited edition right there. Got Mario just hanging out. Got some more Nintendo DS's right here. We'll check that one out, guys. We got a alarm clock for this one, guys. Check this out. And we got the Super Mario Brothers 3 walkie-talkies. And here's old Mario himself just chilling out. We got some of the Wii titles up in here. Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario Bros. Wii, and Super Mario Galaxy 2. And this is that limited edition Super Mario Brothers Wii, celebrating the 25th anniversary of Super Mario Brothers. See right there. We got a specially made t-shirt that Mario Moto did himself. Woohoo! Mamma mia! Woo! Got some more, got some autographed Nintendo sneakers right there. Got a Nintendo thing right here. See right up here, guys. We got some chess pieces right over here.
Mario Monopoly.
I want this for Christmas. I want this for Christmas.
You do.
Yes. They have Kirby.
And look, they got Super Mario Chess.
Oh.
Yeah, check this out, guys. I just was walking across, found a little plushie bin. They even have one for Wario. And not too keen on the Nintendo stuff, but I don't know what's this, like Luigi's evil twin or something. And then, of course, you got a ton more stuff here. You got the little turtles and this little sucker right here. And you got some more and more. It's about 4 bins worth, guys. Definitely check it out. I don't know what the prices are on these things, but definitely collectible if you're ever up in Nintendo World. And see over here, guys, is a little playing area. Check out some of the newer games for the Nintendo. Not as packed today because it's, you know, not the weekend. Just want to show you guys what it's all about. And some of the Wii titles over here, guys. Pretty much all the ones that you know and love. Even I know a lot of you guys have been talking about GoldenEye a lot. Got Punch Out, some Pokemon stuff over here, and some of the Super Mario Brothers games. And even I know a lot of kids have been talking about this one here, guys. Star Wars Force Unleashed 2. And you got Spider-Man down there. Metroid Other M. And more of the sports titles over here. You know, a lot of people don't like this game. You got some of the Lego series over here. We got some more of the game show stuff down here, guys. Sorry for the background noise. That's what you get when you come during tourist season. Check this out, guys. You even got the little star candies over here. You got ones for Zelda. New little boxes. You got little mystery boxes for Mario. I think they call them Snurtles. Then you got some of the bombs right over here. Candies and even a little remote keychain. It's pretty cool. Getting back to the plushies, guys, I actually see they have Donkey Kong plushie right here. They even got the Diddy Kong too. It's pretty awesome. Right over here. And we're also in another part of the store. You can see another Nintendo Wii. But even Samus has her own credit card. Check that out, guys. Some little figurines here with Zelda. Pretty good detail on these too, guys. Check that out. And even Link himself has a credit card. Hot damn. And over here, guys. Check out the other side here. And Sheik has one. Got another Link over here. And of course over here, guys, you see the rest of the some of the accessories they have here for Rock Band, Tony Hawk. They have some like cool little trinkets right over here, guys. Got a bunch of Luigi's and Marios. Even got the nice little set over here, guys. Check that out. Got some coffee mugs to start your morning right.
Some of them are up. You just needed to move the light bulb.
Got the DS case, I believe, right here. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, it's like a little purse, a little plushy purse. Some wallets. And some of the peripherals for you guys. The infamous Nintendo Power I know Vinny was talking about, Vinny Black Lodge. It even has a nice Wii remote skin right there. There's some more parts of the store over there. There's the Pokemon section. Some more merch over here. Okay, guys, so we're in the playing part of the playing room here at Nintendo World. You see the crew right here. And guy here is playing bowling. see over here, one guy playing Super Mario or Super Mario Bros. Wii. We got a cool background here, guys. You've seen this. Got the first world of Super Mario up here on display. Okay guys, so we're downstairs now at the Nintendo store. You can check right here. This is some of the Nintendo DS playing area right here. You can check out some of the games and play them. And over here, you see you got Super Mario Brothers for the DS. See right there. Of course, it's one-handed, so I can't necessarily do a lot with it. I didn't know how to start on this thing. Well, I guess that's it, but anyway. Yeah, guys, so there's like about a few games over here you can check out. It's really cool. Over here we got, let's see, got a recipe game over here. But I believe there was another game here. Yep. Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. As you see right here. You see over here, guys, it's got more stuff here. Definitely like tons of DS stuff, accessories, more DS stuff. Of course, he has a couple more playing areas here. Down here's another Super Mario Brothers. If I could try to play it. Or let's try, guys. This is one-handed, so I'm not going to be able to do it this good. This is why I should have brought my tripod, guys. But yeah, and over here, got some more, a couple more you can play here with Mario Kart, Kirby. Then over here, guys, got some more stuff. A few more games. Alright, guys, so I'm glad you guys enjoyed the tour of the Nintendo World Store and also the overview of the NES. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And, I want to say again to Nintendo, Super Mario Brothers, happy 25th anniversary. You guys definitely deserve it for a lot of the cool games and whatnot that you've shown us over the years. And if you want to know where this is, guys, it's over by Rockefeller Center in New York City. So I'm showing you, I'm not lying to you. That's top of the rock right there where they film Saturday Night Live and all that good stuff. And over down that way is the roller skate, the ice skating rink over that way. But anyway, guys, yeah, so drop me a PM, comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you have any questions, I'll definitely answer them to the best of my ability. And have a great one, guys, and take care. Cheers.